What's up, day 63 out here, hitting the dummy a million times in a year or less. You know what we do. Hey, what's up already? Ah, tuning in all. Hey, what's up already? Ah, tuning in already. There's a little bit of a glare there because of the sun. Oh, it might just be like that. We're here till the sun goes down though, and we can't see anymore. At least that's the plan so far. Oh, it's Jen that's here. I didn't even realize. What's up, Jen? Ha! Oh, try to get this thing leveled out here. That's a little better. Switch hands once in a while. That's hard to, it's good to get the left. Oh, thanks for hitting the like button. Why isn't it telling me who's, there you go, Oscar, thanks for hitting the like button. So, I was going to say, yeah, it's good to get that left hand working. Keep the left hand in shape, the left arm. Oh, seamstress. All right, we left off as 174 just for you. Oh, and thank you for the Go Popular. So for the Heart Me, we owe you a good set. I've moved up in the world. I brought a table outside so I don't have to always bend over to pick up my drink off the ground. Day 63. I'm tired of bending over to pick up my water bottle. Let me write down we're on 174. How's it going, everybody? Day 63. Yeah, that's crazy. 63 days. Oh, Feather. Thank you for the gift. It was kind of a joke. My goal was like 10,000 TikTok logos. Feather, seamstress, what's up? We're out here till dark, do us part. Feather, this is for you. And then I got a set for you. And seamstress too. Hydrating. Oh man. And geez, seamstress getting leveled up. Also, now that we're back tonight, you shouldn't have to remind me because now we're ready to try and get a belt flag made. I need help though deciding on some things. I want it to be like Pittsburgh themed, but the thing is, like, I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I don't really want it to be like Pittsburgh city outline, but something that makes me think of Pittsburgh or other people. Yeah, back from camp, everything's settled down, back to work. I'm off for like 3 or 4 days. It's time to figure out the belt flag design. Yo, Ricky Brown. Hey, Ricky Brown, thank you for the like. Everybody who's tuned in. Wow, all right. This set is for seamstress here, for the Heart Me. do have armor out here that I might put on here in a little bit. Whoa. How about that? The Dallas Warlords are closed. Did y'all see that? That's 100. We got some sets to do for Feather. Oh, I know, right? Hopefully, if he messes up for anybody else, it's for anybody else out there like him. I don't know of anybody else out there like him that does stuff like that. I was saying, you know, so if they leave it up to like a majority vote, like what's the majority, and then the guy could easily come back. I just posted it to Larry, kind of messing with him. But yeah, I mean, what's the majority vote? How many people in the USA vote, or that are registered to vote? Like, not everybody votes. This isn't like a vote that determines the president of a country, you know? What if you get like 40% of the membership to vote? What if in the whole next year, the guy goes to like, some kind of like management classes and anger management, and he gets a specialist to say, yeah, the dude's good to go. And then in a year, you know, he's posting videos like, I'm sorry for what I did. And then on the other hand, what if he like reformed? Despite being totally ostracized, the dude could come back by the way that's set up. That could maybe be a good thing in some cases, in case somebody actually did truly become a better person. But at least according to that guy's history, you know, it's probably highly unlikely. But I highly doubt it. But you know, just trying to think of things that could happen. You know, if it's dependent on a specialist clearing him and a majority of the membership vote approving him, and those are the only two things. What if he spent a year saying, what if he apologized to Charlie and he makes a whole video about it? What if he's like on Facebook like, I have a problem, he comes on, I'm trying to be open about it and all this stuff, and enough people are like, yeah, that guy's probably a good guy now. Could totally happen. I really also doubt it. Yo, what's up, Boxer Daddy? Hey, thanks for hitting that like button. Highly doubt it as well, but at the same time, I could totally see it happening. Right? There you go. The first thing is totally achievable. What kind of specialist, you know? I go to anger management class for 8 weeks. Okay, what's up there, Gray Matter? Ooh, I will, Gray Matter. And what's up, Gray Matter? Could you imagine you get a specialist to sign off? Okay, done. Spend a whole year. Charlie, I'm sorry. Boo Hurt community, I'm sorry. I'm a good fighter. Your team kind of needs some help. What if I was on your team, you know? Boy, like, that guy seems like a good guy now. Seems like he learned his lesson. I don't know. I'm just saying. Seamstress, we talked about it here first. The whole scenario where this dude comes back. I also don't think it'll happen. I think he's gone, but at the same time, you know, it's early. It's only like the first week. Yeah, a whole year later, people forget. They don't know. Kyler! Hey! Kyler, we're about to do for Featherfall. Again, we got a couple sets that we owe Featherfall for the Roses Day. First of all, Featherfall, thank you for that. Thank you for what we talked about in the DMs. That was a cool little conversation there. Good to hear. Hey, what's up, Waffle? Waffle, what's up? All right, we got a set to do in here. Then Gray Matter, I will try and think of a defense from behind, being attacked from behind. I will tell you my thoughts on being attacked from behind in Boo Hurt. Alright. We're going to get some of these sets in here, though, for Feather real quick. Some of these sets. What if what could I be a specialist? That's another set these are for Feather Falls. These are Feather Falls donation sets. I will get to chat right after this one. The dummy is getting pushed down into the fire pit, which makes, and I might have to move that tag around there. Alright. Gray matter. We're going to go over a defense. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we got power, at least if we're signing off. Who will sign off on this guy? I'm just moving this because that might be a better spot. I like to leave the celebration stickers up. I don't know why it doesn't give them for everybody. Kind of like autopilot. Yeah, let me make sure and miss anything in chat. I remember for Carnage, you used to have a doctor's permission slip to fight at Carnage, and my girlfriend at the time was a doctor. Just wrote me a slip. She knew like I was physically capable, you know what I mean? But what if you're just like, hey man, for my sport, you go to your doctor, I need this slip. Okay, whatever. Here, go play. Go play swords. You know. Right. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you never know. Anyway, we got a whole year till that issue comes up again. It looks like it'll be interesting to see if the guy's gone. You know, he's gone. But if he was like, it'd be funny to see him actually go through things to become a better person, and then him just get rejected in the end. All right, gray matter from behind, because there's different attacks from behind. What? Huh. Yeah, so you actually had to... Wait, you actually had to have a note for Worlds? There's different attacks in this sport, right? There are attacks where you hit people. There's attacks where you throw people. If you're going to to fight off an attack, it's better to first not get attacked from behind. Which would mean, we were kind of talking about this the last episode. No one even asked. Yeah, that's funny. To make you go through all that, be nervous about, am I even gonna get a note, and then don't even look at it. So we were talking about this yesterday or 2 days ago. So if you are fighting multiple people where you can be attacked from behind in Boo Hurt, it's always smart to, if you're hitting somebody, maybe hit 2 times. You know, I do have to move this. It's just going to be in the way for a little bit. Seamstress, congratulations on that. That was the rank up sticker. Let's pretend you come over. You're hitting this person. You're wrestling around with them. Whatever. Look around. What's behind me? Who's beside me? Where's everybody at? Is there anybody free? You're just seeing all this in one split second. hitting this guy in the leg. So pretend like we're teaming up on somebody, right? So this guy isn't just free to like attack or run away. I got a grip on him. Look around again, because things change very fast. I'm free. Okay, by the third time, if I'm hitting him and this guy's still on his feet, it's pointless to keep doing it because he's not down on the ground. Find something else to do. Change your tactics. Maybe, hey man, work together. Hey, you know, like he's leaning toward me. Let me have his head. You know, whatever. Prevention is half the battle, right? So pretend that you're doing your thing. Defensive attack. So if you're say you're being held and your back is now towards the open field. I'm a wide open target, everybody. Another good thing about defense is if you have very good armor, people are hitting you and it doesn't matter because it doesn't hurt. You're not going down because the attacks. Your armor is too good for them. Okay. So they come up over your head or something like that. Best thing to do, the rail is your friend. If they have you, it's going to happen really quick. A lot of it's going to be like being aware of like, so if someone's pulling on your head from behind, you're very close to going down in general. I mean, best things you can do that I at least try to do, and I've been on the ground a million times. If someone grabs me from behind, if I'm holding on to this person, well, we're all going down. I'm taking your teammate with me. If I try and fight it off, the most I might do is try and like sort of turn into it. Sometimes if I have a free hand, try and push them off. You can try and circle, like, so now like you're facing them. If they really have you in a very good headlock, you're just going to be in trouble in general. Best thing, in my suggestion, is if you're holding on to somebody else, you hold on to them tighter so that you're all going down. So at least you're not going down alone. Or if you're going to try and fight it off, you just want to make sure that, I mean, they're going to be trying to pull you off balance. So wherever you're off balance, you're just going to have to try and walk if you can, if it is even possible, because you have armor and stuff on. If you have the room, kind of ducking down, spinning, or trying to push their hold off of you. Oh, whoa, who did that? Wow. As a feather. Let me get this out of the way. Feather, thank you for that. Well, I owe you some sets for the roses. Appreciate you very much. So sometimes I don't know. I don't think you can put it into words, because I say thank you just for roses and stuff. I do this for roses. I'm like, man, I do these kind of heavier, quicker sets for roses. I would just say deeply appreciated for that one. I'm so glad I even turned around. See, that's field awareness. I want to see what's going on. Am I getting attacked? Oh shit, a galaxy. Is gray matter here? Gray matter's not even, well, gray matter is a good friend of ours. Hey, is it Feather, Seamstress, Waffle, Brent. Oh, Orion. Oh, you are. Why doesn't it say you're here? That's weird. Oh, because, okay, there must be some setting, so you can, oh! I'm so glad we had this conversation. So you can watch lives without showing up as a viewer. Very interesting. So yeah, I didn't know you're here. I hope you realize that I was truthful, saying he's a good friend of ours. Gray Matter is still here. He's not showing up in the list, which is weird. So you can actually not have your rankings on. So Orion might not even be here. The Rebellion, I don't know, because I've never played Devil May Cry. Well, if you did catch that, the best defense is prevention, being aware of what's going on. And I would say if you're going down and you're wrestling somebody, try and take them down with you. I don't know. At least then they don't get a super. Then it's still even, the numbers. You know what I mean? Yo, Salmon. Hey, Salmon, what's up? We're on 200. I owe Feather some sets for the roses. All I can say for that, super amazing gift, Feather. Hey, that'll be a great subscriber only video. I bet you that it does that. I like how this app has like animations down there like that. That'll be a good subscriber video. The subscriber video I uploaded today is I was so lucky that TikTok didn't ban my live that day for the things they ban you on. But I uploaded a subscriber only video. I thought it was funny. Getting a higher intensity set here and for Featherfall, and then for that gift, we're gonna definitely make sure we're hydrating today. Thanks for liking that live. Oh, that's 300. We're gonna hydrate. I do have armor to put on here probably later before it gets totally dark. I do. Yes, Waffle, about the buckler. Let me tell you the next fight I have coming up. Whoa! Alright, sets 301 to 400 are dedicated to Salmon for that heart mate. And to go popular, whoa! Alrighty. We owe you some work. We're gonna put in some work for that. Let me just say the next duel I have coming up, the next event I have is no buckler punches allowed. There's gonna be duels. So that one I will be blocking. The last fight I had with the buckler on the 6th, I didn't record it. I was such an idiot. I should have recorded it because I had probably the most entertaining buckler duel of my life, and I didn't record it. I didn't live stream it because my battery is only on like 25%. Boy, am I mad I missed it, because the other guy was blocking very well too. The first round I lost, so we were fighting the second round, and he hits really hard, so it's really in my head to block a lot. And boy, I was blocking like a champ. I bet you he swung 20 times, and I did too, because we were both just kind of blocking. But I bet you that he probably swung 20 times before he even got to like the 4th point. So buckler blocking tomorrow. Hopefully my daughter's gonna be with me, and I get some buckler blocking practice. But there are 2 forms of fighting. The one we're allowed to punch. Oh, man. Who's that? GS Studio. Holy crap, everybody. GS Studio actually is here. GS Studio, I have gauntlets of in the house. That's so crazy, GS Studio. Hey, thank you for that and for stopping by. Insane. All right. We're on 300. These hits are for you, Salmon. Yeah, heck yeah. I would say the reason I'm not using them at the moment because I have to make a new leather piece. Just a thing that happened with the leather from using them so much, where the fingers are. It popped off the rivet. I just haven't got around to it. They're great though. It's just from using, you're swinging swords for so long. They're a couple years old, what happens, things, the leather wears out. Gauntlets are awesome though. That's so crazy, like GS Studios here in chat. And I wear these leather gloves for this, just for anybody that's just stopping by, because I can't use metal gauntlets against skin because it just bangs off my bones, if that makes sense. Oh, heck yeah. So we got hits number 301, the 400 are for salmon, and then we're going to keep doing some more for featherfall and salmon and featherfall and salmon. But my next fight is a duels fight, so it's going to be blocking, no buckler punching. But you know, I have to dummy with the buckler to get these numbers in. You know what I mean? Mittens. Anybody? Although, yeah, we got a decent amount of people in chat. GS Studio here makes awesome armor stuff. We were actually talking about GS Studio a day or two ago on here on where to get armor from. Whew. Wow. Why am I getting out of breath? You know, I'm donating blood in a couple days. I wonder if that's going to affect my performance. The best waffle. I don't remember what number we were on. We'll just say we're on 40 then. Just do a whole bunch. Oh, is that Tin Man? We're gonna do Tin Man. GS Studios here. Is or was here, which is crazy. Here comes the helicopter, everybody. They're probably looking down and like, what's this dude doing in his backyard all the time? Oh, man. Everybody just tuned in. We are on, let's show you where we're at. On our little chart here, we're at 160,000. And I just kind of alternate the colors here. Yo, what's up? Ah, there you go. Tin Man, if they're still here, because I can't look at the list of who's watching. Tin Man's teammate bought GS Studio stuff. Awesome armor. Alright, Tin Man, we owe you one for the heart me. We're going to do that right now, and then I'm going to catch up on chat. I have my armor out, my top half of the armor out here that I will probably put on. Yeah, how about that? My armor. The armor I have. Whoa! Cannabis. Jeez, everybody. Hey, everybody who's stopping in today, for one. And thank you for the gifts today. As anyone who's just new out there, the gifts are going to offset the cost of me buying the new dummy for on hit 1 million when we start hitting it with sharp swords till it's destroyed. But the armor I have out here, though, is old school Arma Muscovia armor. But I need to put it on because I need to get some practice for my next event coming up. 2 weeks away. Actually, it's like 10 days away. Oh, right, yes. GS Studio, everybody. Wow, that's crazy. Thanks for coming by in the gift. All right, we have a set here for Tin Man. Then we'll do the next set for Cannabis. Now I just say it. I always used to say I need to watch prime my words on the live stream. And then we're gonna get some more salmon donations burn off and featherfall donations. All right, here we go. And then I'm gonna catch up on chat. Let me do these 2 sets, then we'll catch up on chat. GS Studio coming by to me is like if Walmart the CEO of Walmart or Target came by to talk to me on chat. That's like how cool that is, I think. Thanks to whoever hit that like button. I'm going to give you a shout out here in 1 minute. Sometimes I think I'm going to kick that dummy over. Waffle lick, oh, that's waffle liquor. Some plate, we'll talk about it. Let me do another 100 hits for the heart me's. I think we're ready. Whoa. Dummy's getting away from us. Thanks for hitting that like button in the meantime. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Oh, thanks for following. I'm going to see who that is and give you a shout out. Alright, let's catch up on chat. That was 200 for the heart knees. Let's hydrate. Let's catch up on chat. My forearm's actually a little burnt out from that, so that's probably good. It might be bad. I don't know. We're not that far into the broadcast, so my forearm's feeling it. Boo the hurt, what up? 774, right? So far for today. Yo, Tin Man. Oh, I tried to get on that next Tin Man. Thank you, thank you. Wow. The whole TikTok total of like 10,000 is like a kind of like a joke. You know what I mean? Thank you for. I've never seen that necklace before. That was crazy. I sure hope that TikTok better save those as highlights. We gotta catch up on chat. That's what we're gonna do. Hang on. Coffee. Water. Thank you, Tin Man, for that. What was that necklace? Gold necklace. Gold medal. Boo the hurt. We owe you. Oh, man. We're going to have some sets to do, everybody. Opinion. Oh, Waffle. It is a great helmet. If you have one that fits, right? So that helmet has a part that comes down here and sits right here. Very resistant to getting punched in the face and things like that. Benefits, though, like things like that, at the same time, from what I know, I've never worn one, but I think you have less, you actually have to turn your body more if you're looking, because that kind of visor, like, kind of sits on your face. Not all of them. Some people do have those helmets with an open bottom, where it's just like a grill with chainmail, and you can kind of turn your head a little more. I think it's a great helmet, though. Have I worn one? To give you an honest opinion, though, for fighting in one, I don't know. Mittens. Oh, and Waffle, mittens. Yeah, the thing which we were talking about when we said mittens, the articulated fingers are great for, like, role play, like, I don't even know if I'd recommend them in a shield duel. I see we're getting some messages. We're going to catch up to chat. The reason you get mittens like these here is because whenever you get hit here, it's a whole solid plate that's absorbing the force, compared to if you got hit on an individual finger. People have gotten broken fingers from fighting in finger gauntlets. So that's why we always recommend mittens. Oh, seamstress. Man, alright. We're getting, the work is piling up. Does it, oh, about the blood, salmon. Whoa! I'm like blown away today by the gifting. Huh. Many thanks, everybody. Like, I'm always, it's like I'm not I'm a void of emotion in my voice. So don't think I don't truly mean it. I told everybody about that game we'd play. You'd play this board game, right? You get a card. It says a sentence, and you pull an emotion card, and it would say sad, and then you'd have to read a sentence like, I got an MRI today. That's how I'd say it is sad, and people would be like, you sound bored. I'd be like, not bored. I'd be like, you sound suspicious, but not suspicious. Like sad. They'd be like, that doesn't sound sad. I'd be like, excited. I got an MRI today. Oh, want some new blackened and blessed? Oh yes. Hey man, we're definitely taking a screenshot of that. The GS Studio comment. We'll announce it that they're gonna release some stuff. Yes. All right. Catch up on chat. Then we got some work to do. Isn't that crazy? GS Studio is here. How do you get some plate? So I'm getting so far behind in chat. Don't worry, buddy. Oh my God, 15,000 likes. We're catching up. Plate. I think any armor will make plate these days. Boo the Hurt. Yo, there's a sticker for Boo the Hurt. For ranking up. Heck yeah, we're gonna move it over here. Oh yeah. I think it's a good helmet. I don't know. And you guys have an opinion on that kind of helmet? Right? Monotone. Yep. All right. Oh, I'm not alone in that. Tin Man. All right. A little bit of coffee. I'm doing laundry at the same time. I started it before it came out here. That's why, like, as soon as it's dark, we're just going until dark. All right, we're getting some sets in here for everybody. We're just gonna have a whole intense session, I guess, for all the donations today. And I brought the longsword out. I don't even know if I'm gonna use it today. When we get the armor on, that's what we'll do. I have armor for later. The top hat. All right, we're gonna do a super like extended set for all those, for a bunch of them at least. And try not to miss chat. Yeah, I can totally relate, Hitman, to that. Yeah, that's so me too. The oil filter bot has instructions how to install. Nuh-uh. I've dealt with some crappy oil filters over the years. Huh. You know what? What brand is it? I'm coming up on an oil change. If you got a good recommendation, I've always just used like Fram. It's so easy because I just know where it is on the shelf. That's 200. Oh, you know what? My daughter's coming over tomorrow. I think we need to get out the telescope. Last telescope night before school. Microgard. Huh. I'll have to keep my... Oh, Chris HC is awesome sauce. What's up, Chris? Hey, many thanks. I appreciate that. How's it going today? Eddie. What happened when I delivered the golden apples? Oh, nice. Well, welcome back. Good to see you. So when I delivered the golden apples, they gave me 3 things. They gave me a spoke wagon wheel. They gave me 2 pounds of smoked salt, and I got a dozen, what do you call them, hair ties. I don't know. I was trying to think of something funny. But what I did was I took the wagon wheel and I took all the spokes out, right? And I sharpened them into crossbow bolts. I took the hoop from the wagon wheel and I got some of the hair ties and I strung the hair ties across it and I made a sand grater. So what I did was I went up in the mountains and I started pouring dirt. We're in this river. I started pouring dirt and silt into the sifters that I made out of the wagon wheel and the hair ties. I got attacked. I took the crossbow bolts that I made and I realized I don't have a crossbow. So I was like launching them like javelins and the spokes were just heavy enough that it was piercing armor, plate armor. And I'd get back to sifting through the muck and I found a couple pieces of gold and I thought, oh my God, was that one of the coolest? I never would have been sifting for gold if I didn't take the golden apples they gave me that wagon wheel. So I got to keep some gold myself. I had to work for it. Yo, all right, 200. Let's hit some more hits on here. We're here till dark, do us part. I sprayed myself with mosquito repellent. It seems to be working. There's mosquitoes flying all over my armor. It is here. Just the top half, though. I do want to get a little bit of work in it, but not yet. Yeah, yep. Is that, so yeah, was that like the answer you're expecting? I didn't know if it was like a historical thing to test my knowledge, like the golden apples of like some fable or something, which I don't know. So yeah, I made a sifter out of the wagon wheel and the hair ties. And I ended up keeping some gold for my... I have gold nuggets all for my own now. Oh, how about in this conversation we had, right? Do you know about everybody about Brennan Alexander, whichever you want to call him, from getting kicked out of Boo Hurt? I was saying, by the rules they set forth to get cleared by a specialist and the majority vote to be brought back in the sport. Oh, yeah, you'd think to give me a cool weapon, like a magic greatsword or something. Would have been so much cooler. I did. Hey, I did one earlier in the middle of this. We'll do another one for you. We're on 250. Alright, watch out for the spin move. I will talk about the latest drama for every... Just hang on 1 second. Let's get another 50 in here. Actually, my upload before I started streaming, did you catch the spin move? Was rate my spin move. Hollywood is also here. That was 300. Let me tell you about the latest drama while we catch up on chat. Then we hit the dummy a bunch more. So someone in Boo purposely hurt somebody else. It's not really a rumor, but he's a bad dude. Feather! Yo, thank you, Feather. And someone hit the share button. It didn't say who. Thank you for the share. Very toxic individual in the sport gets kicked out for hurting his own teammate and openly saying he didn't care. 1 year ban, right? So to come back, he would have to get cleared by a specialist that says he's okay for fighting sports. And the other stipulation is a majority vote, a significant majority by the membership to vote to let him come back. So here's the thing I was saying, like, and Seamstress was saying too, anybody could be a specialist who would just sign off on something, right? What if the dude makes an official apology, posts online like, I'm sorry for what I did, I had an anger problem, he goes to classes, the specialist is like, cool dude, you're good to go, signs their name on the thing. Alright, part 1 is taken care of. Part 2, think of how many people are registered to vote in the USA even and don't vote. The dude spends a year making appeals like, I'm sorry for what I did, I miss the sport, he's a good guy, he's a fighter, he's a good fighter. I have videos of him like doing very well, like it's proven. The teams out there, like, man, like, say he's in like Indiana now. Boy, like and they don't know. They're like, this guy would be a cool addition to our team. The guy's really good. Looks like he learned his lesson. They put it up for a vote. What if like 40% of membership votes? People will just click, yeah, let him back for the heck of it. Dude, that dude can come back so easy. Catching up on chat. I like floating arms. I don't think I addressed that question. Oh, side quest. Oh, silver apple. You're right. I'll tell you about the silver apples. Are you still there, Eddie? If you are, I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, it cut out. This stupid stream. I don't know what the problem is. I was even watching like Scooby streaming, and his are cutting out. Is it a thing? Is it the app? Single, thanks for a follow. Still there. All right. So here's what happened, right? I live streamed it too. So 3 of us get the apples together, get the bag together. We walk all the way down to that camp, and we show up. We're like, hey, old camp, can you? Is so and so here? I forget who it was. We're like, yeah, they're here. So they come over, right? And I was returning your bag of magic apples or whatever I said, silver apples. And she goes, oh. She's like, yeah. She's like, someone must have been placing them all around because people just showing up to camp. She's like, so she didn't even know. It turned out it was actually like a joke. People were placing them around and people were coming to their camp asking for her. But the thing is that she had this whole story. She's like, but I'm glad you brought them back because if you would have held on to them for 24 hours, a full day, these evil spirits would forever be attached to you. And I'm like, oh no. So she's like, yes. So she takes them from me and went through this whole thing, like kind of like a little bit like a ritual way that she was getting rid of these, she's taking the demons that were attached to them away from me. So it was actually not, I didn't get anything. We met some new people, which was cool. We talked, we hung out at their camp for a little bit, but it turned out it was actually like a joke. But it gave us an idea, maybe for next year, for our camp to get people to come by. I think we were on 200. Cursed apples, nothing worse. Yeah, it was a total curse. It was like a troll. It was a troll, I guess. Did I start hitting dummy? See, I started talking. Now I don't even remember if we did anything. I think we were on 200. That's when I started talking again. I will just say I am. I'm fairly certain we were. If not, someone in chat remind me. I don't think it was 300. I did because I started talking. See, I gotta start writing this stuff down, everybody. 200 sound agreeable? I think that's where we were at. Keeping it intense because we got so many donations today. All right, thank you. I thought it was. Thank you for the confirmation there, Eddie. Oh! Hollywood! Thank you, Hollywood, for that. Keeping the intensity going here, it looks like today, everybody. And we're going till dark. I originally called it 1,000,000 sword strikes before I realized I'm also hitting it just as many times with the shield. So I renamed it Pell Strikes. I sure hope I changed the name on everything. Hollywood, thank you for the Dinies. The Dinies. The Dinies. The tiny Dinies. A trident, no, but I should. So, as you saw, like Eddie kind of helped keep track, right? Because I was clueless. I had done 200. I know we're like about 300. I have a whiteboard here. Where see the first set, 174, in the top left. So, because Seamstress and I started talking about something. And I was counting in my head, and I was like, I need to just write this down right now before I forget. We were talking about somebody that just got banned from Boo Hurt. And I totally think that the dude could make a comeback if he tried. I know he could. I don't think he will. There's a lot of people that would be mad. He could pull it off. They have this vague requirement for him to come back, which could totally happen. I should post about that on Facebook. All right. So we are at 300, keeping the intensity up because we're getting donations. So it's not just this. Sometimes I sit here and do this while we're talking. See, and while I'm talking in my head, I can sometimes keep a little bit of a count. Where I know that right now, that's 20. But when I start going like this, it's harder for me to talk at the same time. So we're at about 30. Oh, who's heading out? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be in that same boat here pretty soon with the homework. Tin Man, thank you for coming by. Have a great rest of the day and all that, and with the family. Jay Throws, what's up? And now that we're talking on chat, I have to remember, we left off on 30. So, it's pretty accurate. It's not 100% accurate. I couldn't tell you if I did more or less. Because sometimes we'll talk, and I'll be like, I don't remember how many times I hit it. So, we left off on 30. So, that's 330 total that I haven't wrote down yet. Does that make sense? And sometimes, like I say, for when there's a lot of new people here that haven't been here yet, the very last set of this, when we hit 1,000,000, is going to be hitting it with sharp swords. And then we're still going to go, we're going to buy a whole new dummy, and I'm going to do another 10, 20,000 on live, so that it will be like, no doubt I did 1,000,000, because I could have like actually been off and counted more or I probably will hit 1 million before it's actually 1 million. The millionth hit will definitely not be the exact millionth hit. It will be the recorded hit. Sometimes I underestimate. Like I'm saying, I could just totally forgot that we're on 330. And I've been like, crap. Well, I remember we were at least at 200. Because I'll remember specifically. I try and like pick times. Like that's why sometimes I switch to left-handed. Because I'll remember like the 300th hit was left-handed. Or things like that. So we're on 330. $70. There's 400. Trying to keep the intensity up for the donations. Let's keep it rocking. Thanks for hitting that like button. Still got some sunlight out here, everybody. 400, right? And sometimes I'll say it because then I can even say it. And sometimes someone will still be here in chat and it's like, were we on 300? Whoa! Feather. Reminded me to hydrate right now. It just, the water splashed in my eye, but we're good. I gotta start putting some cosplay costumes together for this fight. So besides the fight that I'm fighting at coming up, it's a Dragon Con. I need to have some cosplays. The day I'm fighting, I'm wearing armor. I don't know. I might wear some like medieval themed cosplays. I'm not sure yet. Outfits. Yo, and the fights at so if you look up Dragon Con, it's got its own website. We're fighting there. The last weekend of this month, like August 31st or something like that. See, I missed that one. I did not count it. Let's get some armor on, actually. That was 500. I'm just going to say it again, just because there's been so many. Thank you, everybody, for donations today. And I think everybody's well aware by now that when the highlight video of today, I'll upload tomorrow, all donations, even 1 coin, gets in the credits. You know what? I've actually... Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia. Yo, what's up, Mo? I'm very close to picking up an MMA fight there. If a couple days go by and this dude doesn't have an opponent, I'll probably pick up an extra fight. All right, let's get some armor on, because I need to. I don't know what time the sun's gonna go down, but we're gonna get some sets in with the armor and steel sword. Oh yeah, I am. And you know what? You did. What's the longsword meta? I still believe that totally. That's why I'm out here hitting this thing 1,000,000 times. If you can hit your opponent more than they hit you, you win. I have not. There's a lot to it though. I mean, skill. It definitely helps. You can't hit the most skilled person. So for the most part though, yeah, I think it's totally true. I've got longsword medals this year. And you know why? Because I hit them more than they hit me. I lost gold medal because the guy was just like more skilled than me, which is going to happen. But since I made that video, I also beat someone very, very good in longsword who I've never fought before, and I totally thought that I would lose. I did not lose because when I watched the replay, he swung like 35 times and I swung like 75 times. And just like the video, he has to be 100% accurate. I only have to be like 50% accurate. Yeah, I should say, I think since then I should say it is a very good meta, but you need this. I should have actually emphasized though, you still do need some skill, because obviously if you're fighting in the last medal for gold medal, and I lost because the guy was just had better skill. It didn't matter that I threw a bunch more, because he was actually like evading and blocking and retaliating. Do you know what I mean? But for the most part, quantity over everything else. That's a little tight. Hold on. I should redo that so it's not such a long video. I appreciate that, Mo, that you watched it. It's tight because this is not in the right spot. It's not my elbow, it's tight. It's overlapping that plate. There we go. That's what the problem was. It wasn't the buckle, it was that my plates were overlapping the wrong way. So we're going to have, just so we know, a little bit of a reduction in quantity right now. I'm going to focus on the saber of just trying to get some quick exchanges, like 2 to 4 hits, 2 to 4 hit combos with the saber, just to have this mental memory. I don't even think I'm going to strap my gambeson on in the front. This is just to make sure that I get the arm, that the arm movement is a lot different in armor. So I'm just making sure that that's good. I'm not putting the helmet on. Hey, oh, Featherfall again. Well, I wasn't looking. Feather. Thank you, Feather. Everybody, Feather is working on some commission stuff, right? I believe you're doing commission for art and things like that. I know you're talking about music. Everybody who's here, although it looks like there's not a ton of us here right now, if you don't know Featherfall already, you should check out Featherfall. Yo, and Chris, here we go. We're gonna do, I need to grab my steel saber, which is just right here. And now, we're gonna also test out this grip. I redid this grip. I hope that it's in a good spot. It has a piece of metal taped in here because otherwise it's too light to use. I don't even know if I'm going to pick up the buckler. I don't really need the buckler right now. Tomorrow, hopefully, when my daughter's over, I'll put this armor on again and I'll get some practice of her trying to hit me. Ooh, there's a mosquito. I just heard it in my ear. This is why I hate these kind of hats. I only wear it on this live stream because it looks goofy. Like, look how big that bald spot is. The only reason my hair is even this long because my daughter's like, Dad, what do you look like with hair? She's 14. She's never seen me with hair. So I was like, well, I was like, how long do you want me to grow it out? She's like, this long. I was like, that's crazy. All right. I'm in full form here, so I'm just trying to. I need to get some. We didn't even write those sets down. We're on 500. How did I remember that? I'm writing it left-handed. All right, here we go. Little reduction in quantity right now, but I'm trying to figure out. I want to make sure I get some good combos down that feel very comfortable that I can do fast. This isn't the lightest sword in the world. I love this saber. It's doing me very well this year, but at the same time, like, I wish I had a lighter sword. not true. This is a very light sword. I just even told you that I put a weight on it so it'd make weight. I wish I had a sword with a better balance, is what I mean. If you look where the balance is, it's up here. I wish I could have it a little bit closer to my hand, is what I meant. Not lighter overall, lighter up there. Sam, did I answer didn't you ask something? Did I talk about what you were asking about? Alright, and this is still broken, by the way. I have a temporary rivet in here. You hear it? Alright, so we're going to have some attacks like this way. Right foot forward, because we're fighting for points. So, alright, that's that side. That side. Definitely not that. Ooh, I just feel so slow. It's about 27. Oh yeah, what are you talking about, the sword? Oh yeah, this is riveted in. Let me just try and roll through. I think I need to find my fastest 1-2 hit that isn't just the same side like this. I just feel really slow. The other thing that this grip isn't on all the way, so it's kind of sliding around in my hand. I'm also noticing something, like when I'm watching it. So when I hit, really kind of weird, like, I'll tell you how this tang's connected here too, in a second. It's almost like, somebody's screaming back there. It's almost like, oh yeah, Chris, hey, thanks for the gift, thank you for coming by. Good to see ya. The tang, oh, that's right, the tang. It's riveted in, if you're still there. It goes, the grip, this whole handle is one piece, and the blade slides in, and then it's riveted into the grip where it slides in. So, I wish I could find who made these blades, because I wish I had a replacement. This thing's getting down to its last year, probably, but I don't know. I'll be happy if it doesn't break, of course, but I just have a feeling it's going to one day. So, I was looking at this. That is definitely not the way to do it. That last hit. I'm trying to see as I'm hitting it the quickest way I can get the blade off of them. So, right, you hit. Your sword wants to stay here. Is it quicker to pull up with a lot of energy? Is it quicker to manipulate my body to bring it up? This is just pulling it up. Right? So that's compared to some body mechanics. Let's watch the body mechanics. So now instead of just lifting it up with my bicep muscle, I'm going to be kind of like pushing it up with my delt and my, I don't know what else, my triceps going to be more involved. Alright, and then we're on about 80 hits. I am keeping track of them. It's a slower couple sets right here. I'm taking the armor off though, just so everybody knows, a little bit before it gets dark to get some more quantity on the dummy. Alright, so now we're going to be using our body to push the sword off them instead of pull it. Let's see if there's a difference. I believe there is. Night Nurse was talking about the other day, he tagged me in something about body mechanics. I need to make the video reply to him where he's very right about how people hit like this and then their next hit's kind of like just a wrist flick. The thing I saw him do in his video though, whenever he first shows, is to come around like this. It's very easy to get your sword stuck on somebody. I just need to make a response to it. The second way he did it was perfect because he went like this. I missed because he went like this. And then his second hit was behind the back. I've had times where if you're doing this the whole body mechanic thing and proper technique where you hit, then you come around like this, where if you're not careful, if someone like rushes you, as soon as you're going like this, if your arm is in front of your body, it gets stuck. Now you got to fight to get your sword out from between you. Compared to like the second way he did it, where if you're coming around this way, it's harder for me to get my arm pinned in here, and now I can do other things instead of worry about getting my arm free. Does that make sense? Thrust, yeah, you're right. Well, so here's, y'all want to be in a video, my response video? It's gonna get blurry for 1 second. Let's make Night Nurse's response video. Don't go anywhere. It's gonna be blurry for a second. I'm gonna get the screen recorder out and Soils of War. Don't go anywhere, anybody. I'm just getting the screen recorder started. Screen recorder started. All right. Oh, somebody left. Okay, we're all still here. Okay. So, and keep chatting. Anyone you want to talk about sabers, whatever. What's up, Gavin? Let's just respond to Night Nurse's video he made because he did tag me, and I did mention something that I saw wrong. Not wrong at all. Okay, let's start this over. I noticed something that could get people into trouble by the first way he did the follow-up strike, right? Totally, yo, thanks for the likes. So, he mentioned, which is totally true. People do the first hit, and then the second one, a lot of times, is like a wrist flick. And he was showing how you want to do something to have more force, right? And he went like this. And then, so from personal experience, I will try and find a video footage of me getting stuck and pinned in this position, but I can tell you for certain that how you do your follow-up hits like that, following proper body mechanics where it is natural to hit and then bring your arm up like this to come around this way. If you do that in Boo Hurt, where people love to hug each other and clinch, you will get your arm pinned because when you go like this, when you bring your arm up, if they come close to you, you're stuck. And now you're spending your time getting your arm unstuck. And you got this gauntlet on, and it gets stuck on something like it is on the dummy. And now I can do something like this. Yeah, the saber as well. My favorite. So, the way he showed it though later when he actually did it was like this. He was like this, and then he kind of went behind his back that way. Which is great because if you do it like that, behind the back, okay, now my arm is here, I can hit like this, do whatever I want. But you really gotta watch out because if you're swinging like this, and if you'll see me swinging at the dummy, hey, yo, what's up, everybody that tuned in? We're making a response video. I'm gonna have to edit this out. Hopefully the graphics don't skip. You really gotta watch the body mechanics. I have not I've seen a clip of it. I'll tell you about it in just a moment. Thanks for hitting that like button. You can very well get yourself into trouble with proper body mechanics if you're not careful, because anytime your arm crosses your body, if you get pinned, you're stuck on them. If you do it like Night Nurse did the second time he showed it, where he came more like around the back, and sometimes because your head's so big, you got to duck down like that. Let's simulate that the dummy's coming at me. Okay, my arm's free compared to this way. If I could hit the dummy, fail, compared to this way. Okay, my arm's stuck. See what I mean? Now I gotta go. So that's the only thing I would say. Night Nurse is totally correct. People love to hit real hard, and then follow up is just this. Body mechanics play so much of a role into how hard you hit. Thanks for the share, JP, where a proper body mechanic but see now, if I'm bringing my arm back here, I don't get it pinned. Okay. Does that make sense? Night Nurse, thanks for that shout out. Yo! Thanks for the, oh, Featherfall. Thanks for the gift. Thanks for everybody who tuned in to that part of the video today. My response to Night Nurse on just watching what you do with your body mechanics. I'm out of breath. All right, everybody, back to normal. Let's, blurry for 1 second. I'm turning the screen recorder off. Maybe not blurry. Maybe not blurry. Come on, load. There we go. I just hit myself in a gap. All right, let's time for some sport education. So they're not sharp. Have people ever lost something, an appendage? Technically, yeah. There's a guy who lost a finger. USA versus Poland or something like that. And the guy had finger gauntlets on, and Jay Brooks from the USA chopped him with something and cut the guy's finger off. The guy tried to give him his finger. I don't think he accepted the finger. So it has happened. Blunt force trauma. You're probably not going to get something sliced off, but see, like right here, look, very protective. And look, I don't want to dent my own armor, but see, you're getting hit. Armor works really well. I see, I almost got punctured by something there. Very nice, very nice. Your arm opens up. That's what this thing's for, to try and stop sword hits from hitting it from this on. Cuts down the angle from getting hit here. But wouldn't you know, it's totally legal. Featherfall, thank you. Oh, this part of the explanation is dedicated to you. Say you're fighting more than one person, someone can totally hold your arm open like this and say, hit his arm, and you just know it's coming. Do you want to take a knee, or do you want someone to come up and line up and take shots? See, I actually bottomed out there. I'm totally wide open here. That could really hurt. That could break something. You could actually get something broken just from the blunt force. Do you know what I mean? This armor, alright, so to be truthful, it's a freaking expensive sport, but once you have armor, first set of armor, $2,400 bucks. It's lasted me 6 years. So if you just divide it over time, I would have never had to buy another set of armor, but I bought this set because this only weighs like 29 pounds. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to upload that reply to Night Nurse tomorrow. So anybody in chat, you're forever immortalized in the Night Nurse reply. And Featherfall, you're in there too, the grand finale at the end. So yeah, that'll be tomorrow's upload. I'll upload the highlight from this next day. I'm only going to upload once tomorrow, so TikTok doesn't punish me for multiple uploads in a day. So if you think about it though, $2,400 bucks over 6 years. This armor here cost me, it was more than $5,000 but like at the time I was very fortunate to be working a lot of overtime and I had the money. Tim, techniques for arm control. Yeah, Tim, definitely. I've lost teeth twice. I lost the front tooth because I got hit by one of these, a metal one of these, in the helmet. And it was a loaner helmet. It's before I had my own armor. And the helmet was like moving around. And when I got hit, the helmet kind of slid forward. This is before we had straps. Before Simon, I was around before we had Simon straps. And it slid forward and something like knocked my tooth out. I kept fighting. As soon as they called time, I was like, I think I lost a tooth. And they're like, you're crazy. You kept fighting. I was like, well, I was having fun. The other time I lost a molar because someone was running behind me with a two-handed axe and cross-checked me in the back of the head. And I don't know if it was from that or when I fell forward, the front of my face smashed off the rail. And I have a football chin strap. And it somehow, like my teeth were just misaligned, either getting hit in the back of the head or face planting into the wood. It busted out a tooth. I've worn a mouth guard ever since. I should have worn a mouth guard after the first time. Lots of bruises. I was showing them off on a stream the other day. I'm kind of yellow up in here from I had a bunch of bruises from my last fight. Never broke anything bone-wise, luckily. Lots of bruises. I'm surprised for as many fights I've been in this that I've got knocked out a couple times. Arm control. Yeah, that's right. Arm control. When you're fighting one-handed with this hand right here, I can grab on here. If you're talking about controlling your opponent, you're allowed to pretend that shield is still there. You're allowed to grab on here, as long as you're not purposely trying to pull off their armor. Now I got their arm. If you're fighting in a sword, a duel, so you go like this, you can capture their hand, things like that. So there are things like that. I do that all the time. A lot of times, if I'm getting beat, I go for an arm capture because I want to play a little. It's a little dirty, but you know what I mean. Oh, and Jay also. Oh shoot! Hey, thanks for Tiny Diney. When we get back, I'm taking the armor off. I'm gonna go over a couple more like body mechanic things. I'm just trying to see the best way for me hitting this dummy. So when I fight in 2 weeks, I have it in my head, right? We're gonna do that though. Just let me catch up on chat, and I'm gonna take the armor off. We're gonna get a bunch of. Yeah, it's a skill. You're probably losing a point to capture their arm too, but you know, you catch it, and then you just hit them. You just try and win. Yeah, Salmon, thanks for the like. You can grab. I could grab here. You know, you can control somebody. One of the best ways to do it, like I'm saying, like grab. These things are such nice handles. If you can grab that to control someone's arm, you can grab not the blade, but if someone's like this, you can. So if someone's like longsword, you're allowed to grab it. You can't grab the blade, you know, but you can. So you can do things like that. That's kind of like arm control because they can't let go of their sword. Their sword's technically like part of their arm, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you can disarm people. If you disarm somebody, yeah. Oh, good questions, both about disarms. Totally. If someone's fighting and they drop it, it's the same point for if someone's fighting and say somehow you get there and you wrap their buckler and I don't know and you like push down and you disarm them or something like that. If you can somehow grab the butt of their long sword and pull it out of their hand, or if it's an axe match, this is in duels and the MMA stuff. Or if you can like grab the axe and pull it and toss it, then you get a point. So you score for that. Yo, oh Hunter, what's up, Hunter? I'm going over some body mechanics today. I've decided that this is slower. This, where I'm pulling up, Okay, that was 8 of pulling up with my bicep is slower than pushing up with my delt and my tricep. All right, that's compared to this. The sword has to come back. You can't just go like this. You're technically supposed to have like at least probably like this much of a pullback. So you can't just go up to somebody and tap like this. And I believe, well, I don't know what it looks like out there, but I think the second way is faster. First way, but plus I need to drop down the first way like I do the second way. Okay, first way. Does it? Okay, Hunter, thank you for the feedback. Thanks for the like, Waffle, and everybody else who hit the like button. I think so too. So I need to continually practice that before my next fight. I'm doing really good. Oh, thank you for that. That was Wiseman Rivers. And just Wiseman, just so you know, all the for that you get in the and that you get the highlight video when this comes out in 2 days. You're forever immortalized in the credits of me hitting the dummy 1,000,000 times in a year. I'm trying to think of some body mechanics for my next fight. 2 for the win. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a couple 2-3 hit combos that are really fast in armor. I'll be wearing armor a lot more up till my fight. It's literally 10 days away. We need to make sure we're getting practice in armor. Tomorrow, I'll probably have armor on and do more of work. So this is like a theory thing. I don't want to be out here doing theory stuff by myself. So thank everybody who's chatting and coming by. And Wiseman, I owe you when we're taking the armor off soon before it gets dark, and we're gonna get some more hits on here in plain clothes, and I owe you a good set for the donations. All right, so it is decided. Hunter has also noticed that the second way looks faster. Oh, and that's a whole 100 for the heart me. That's a default rule on this channel. Thanks, Wiseman. When the heart me comes up, I owe you 100. All right. So I think we decided on this. We'll put the gloves on. I'll do a set or 2. We'll do like a 3 rounds of longsword on here, then we'll get the armor off. So it's decided. The second way is faster. So not this. Oh, is that corn? Jay! Oh, Jay, what's up? Thank you for that. That was 6. Maybe I should turn my hat this way so I don't hit it with the sword. That was 6 the bicep way. Here's 6 the pushing way. And then we'll get the long sword out. So it's faster that way. Thank you again for that. You get my balding hairline salute. Thank you, thank you. How maneuverability and well, so it's great. I'll tell you what. There's a way that you tie. See how this is supposed to be tied? You can tie this. There's a couple holes here. I don't tie it into here because it gives me a little bit more of a rotation. I can do everything. When I get this longsword out, you'll see my biggest complaint though of these plate shoulders. But check this out. And just for the exercise, we got to get some longsword sets with all the armor on. When I go like this, see how they stick out to the side, and I'm a much wider target. Maybe you can't. I don't know. You can't see it as much right now, but it's like a beetle. They're like beetle wings. So sometimes, like when I'm up or doing something like this, I'm such a wider target. The sword doesn't just have to hit you here, it just has to make a sound. A judge hears this, you got hit. Doesn't matter if it was like just off the corner of your beetle shoulders. Oh my god. As soon as you said cicadas, I will not get them out of my head. They're all over this place. We live in one of the biggest cicada places every, like, whatever, 7 years. So since then, I actually do fight a lot more. Just, as you'll see when I do this set, that I usually just kind of fight with my arms in. And we owe 100 to the board for the saber thing. We did more than 100, but I counted to 100. Alright. It's too bad I don't have control over it like a filter. Yeah, I don't know how I don't even want to know how to spell them. I was smart today, everybody. I got a table so I don't have to bend over to pick up my water. For feather fall, we're going to hydrate real quick and then we're going to hit the dummy. And we're going to hit the dummy for like 3 rounds. Just for exercise. Nothing crazy. Just exercise. Alright. Here we go. Not time. Thanks everybody who's just smashing that like button too. That's insane. We're at 26,000. A Holly Landmark 2 mics. Oh, dude. Jay. Thank you, Jay. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming by. I'm glad that that this could be entertaining while I'm just hitting a dummy a million times and it's almost the same hits every day. I think we have a good chat. We usually have fun. So I appreciate you coming by. Good to see you again. All right, this is just kind of like exercise. We're going to do like 3 sets of 120. And this is so I have, it's, you know, much more in front of my face now. I think it's 90. And what Mo Throws was saying earlier, they are Gretters. Did you know Gretter is like almost like my neighbor, comparative to where in the USA. I drove to his house. He has elk skin gloves now. I don't think I can show you the inside, really. Oh, you can kind of see inside. They're so smooth. Thank you. I'm trying to be. Like Mo Throws was saying earlier on here, I had this whole video about my longsword theory. It's about hitting them more than they hit you, more than anything. More than skill, more than anything. Not entirely true. If you're fighting someone who's super skilled, you could easily lose. Doesn't matter if you can throw like twice as many strikes, because they're probably extremely accurate. And they're going to block more than half of your throws. Alright, not much of a rest. I'm going to make sure I don't miss anything in chat. Next set. These are all legal blows in Boo Hurt. Those are a little flat. Alright, 20 hits to go. No thrusting. Eddie, if you're still there, I forgot to tell you. You are probably. No thrusting and boo hurt. So yes, saber would be so much cooler if we could stab. Yeah, the thing is, our eye slots are too big. They just figure, you know, in general, the how many injuries we could have from poking. I honestly think in a duel, not the team stuff because people aren't paying attention. You're doing whatever. I honestly think in a duel that you could poke if we all had the helmets for it. You know, a very hard thrusto with a long sword might be a different story, but in sword and shield, I definitely don't think it'd be too bad if you're able to also, you know, poke. I try not to say the STAB word because I think sometimes, like, when you say that, then this app thinks, oh, something crazy's going on. All right, next set, minimal rest, 120. That will put us at 460 for what I have not written down on the board. You only get a 30-second break, so I've taken like twice as long of a break in between rounds. But here we go. 120. I'll tell you all about my my strategy though here after this. Halfway there, that's 60. My forearms are getting a little worn out. We need to do this every day before this tournament that I have coming up. You can't hit one-handed. We're at 80. My general guard is usually down here too, by the way. Oh. Thanks for the likes. 20 to go. All right. Woo! Forearms are burning. I'm gonna get the armor off. We're gonna still hit the stummy. I owe people sets for the donations. Catch up on chat. Oh, chat's the same. So yeah, my whole technique for longsword. Yo, oh, feather. Again, thank you for that. Oh, here's something else too. Because they're not here. Feather, I hope when you came by the other day it wasn't awkward. So one of my other subscribers likes to do like song requests and improv and stuff. So it was a totally different broadcast than usual. I didn't want you to feel left out or something, nor did I want you to feel the pressure to get on camera or talk when they said to invite you. I sent you an invite anyway, no obligation. Just because I know you live stream, I thought maybe you might jump on. I didn't want to feel then awkward that they said, invite Feather, and then I didn't. So, no worries. Yeah, when they come by, it can get a little, the thing gets a little, the live stream goes in a different direction. Friend, you are right. It is definitely a cicada madhouse out here. I thought when the sun would go down, they'd go away, but they're not. Is it that loud? Because people have been commenting on it. Actually, not in the beginning, so I didn't really think about it. My long thord theory. Oh, head out. Oh, Eddie, yes. Hey. Heck yeah. Tomorrow, I'll be on sometime tomorrow. Try and do some armor stuff tomorrow. More armor work than today. Thanks for coming by, for one. Much appreciated. Glad you hung out. It's getting dark out here, so we're going till dark. Then I have to finish laundry. I gotta put it in the dryer. It's sitting in the washing machine up there. We're gonna get some hits here for all the donations. We gotta get some hits on the dummy. I was starting to say something. Oh yeah, my longsword opinion on longsword is, hang on, I'm setting this out so it can kind of dry a little bit. Hopefully it will. With longsword, oh, go-to guard. Let me get it. I will show you. All right. Favorite guard in longsword? There's the gloves. These things blend into the ground now like it's dirt colored. I was like, I walked over there. They're not over there. Good discussions here today, everybody. Oh, hey. Thanks about that. Oh, wait. Ooh, that's cooler than my hat. Well, thanks. Thank you. And welcome, Swag. We just took the armor off. Ooh, Chris. Good question. So my saber, you got me there. I don't know. I bought it from Arm Street. It was supposed to be modeled as like, not Eastern, an Eastern saber. So there's a manuscript of like, whatever, 1400s or something like that, and there's a whole bunch of dudes in European armor, and there's one guy out there who has a saber, and it almost looks just like it. Everybody in the painting has straight swords, and there's this one dude out there with like a griffin helm or something on, holding a saber up like this. So that's what me and my friends use as our excuse. Whether he found it, whether his like his grandpa from Iraq passed it down to him, I don't know. But it's shaped kind of like this. If you look though, this handle, I believe there are a couple types that have this exact kind of shaped handle. And I believe it's like I think it's a Mongolian style handle. See, yeah, if you look up, okay, I don't know how to spell it anymore exactly. If you look up Shuriken Market, that's who makes a lot of sabers. They specialize in like Eastern Buhurt sabers. Shuriken Market, like SHARUHAKN, whatever it is. If a Google search might uncover them, and you might see like a more specific time, just a shortcut. Oh yeah. They made some of my gear. Actually, so my saber that I got from them is actually based off one of their designs. I bought a saber. This is not the saber from them, but the handle's a little different. Favorite guard for longsword? Down like this. Even in armor. Now, and keep in mind, like I'm saying, that 1400s thing could be wrong. I don't know where the dude got the saber. He could have been it could have been something he got from killing a foe, a gift. You know, I don't know. But there's somebody with a saber in some like 1400s, and I can't find the file anymore because I have a new phone. My teammate should have a copy of it though somewhere. Favorite longsword guard though is down here. And thanks for everybody hitting that like button, by the way. It's not like I don't see that going the whole time, which is crazy. If I'm holding it down here, I'm not using any energy. Unless I'm engaged and I know that this is going to be a bad guard, I usually stand with my sword right here. If I'm coming, if someone's sword is back like this, I don't stay like this, and I'll match them. If I'm down like this, and somebody's sword is like up here, like a lot of these really good people do, I hold it not just like that, but like this. So it's kind of like on an angle. So I'm not holding it with the blade like this. It's actually flat towards them. Anytime someone starts leading, I turn my sword that way, so that if they're still holding their sword out in front, my first attack is not at them, but I take it almost like a windshield wiper, and I go this way, and I actually attack their sword. And if I can bounce it out of the way, then I either come back with a short edge to this side, or if I bounce it so far out of the way where I just come up and I can come in like this and like that with a regular grip. Just for fun, just because I like to do it. I don't know if there's any specific reason that would be any better. It's starting to get dark, everybody. Yeah, you hit them with the, yep. A lot of times, a lot of my old pictures, a lot of pictures you'll see me, I'm not holding my sword this way. I actually hold it this way a lot. Because especially if you're blocking, I'm blocking on this edge and it's not flat. It's so much easier for me to go like this than it is for me to twist it with my hands. I'm already there, you know what I mean? So a lot of times if I'm standing around, I'm holding it like this with my thumb on the blade for a little bit of extra support. It is, yeah, and you know what? Beans, what's up? And I that's what I got from HEMA. It's one thing from HEMA that translates into Boohurt. You're not, so much of HEMA is poking, so it doesn't translate. You know what I mean? But stuff like that does. Like a Shielhow. Do you know what a Shielhow is? Shielhow is a Lichtenauer. I don't know if it's the same names, but it's like you're actually you're taking your sword into theirs to bat it down. It's like I don't know what the term is for it coming up this way. But I will do Shielhows too. Let's hit this dummy though, because it is starting to get dark. We need to write on the board. We did 3 sets of 120, and I had 100 with the saber, so that's 460. Let's see where we're at, because it's getting dark. Feather! Whoa, Feather, feed in the flame over here. Thank you, Feather, for that. Much appreciated. It is always great to see you. Not because of gifts, I just mean in general. Alright. We had 460. So we're on 1,500, 600. We're actually behind. We're a little behind numbers. I'm going to hit this dummy a whole bunch. Oh, yeah. I wish I had your skills, though, too, you know? Like, I don't know what to do with the katana so much. Do you know what I mean? We're going to hit this dummy a little bit while we're talking. I'm not going to ignore chat like some people might on this platform. I was just flipping through lives. There's this girl sitting on her bed. So she wasn't talking. This is today. I was sitting there watching her. She's just sitting, like, not even looking at chat for, like, over a minute, right? Then finally she looks. She goes, "Hey, what's up?" And then she's like, I was like, "I'm out." I just wanted to see. I try to answer everything in chat. Let me hit this a little bit. I will keep an eye on anything new. Yeah, so you can find, there's someone in Boohurt that uses a katana style sword. You might have to look up Knight vs Samurai. But there are some clips of a guy who's really good with it too, and he wins. Actually, it was so funny. I was talking good about him on, I think, a YouTube live broadcast. He just happened to come by while I was saying how good he was. With an Eastern style, he has a metal samurai suit of armor. A steel suit of samurai armor. Oh my god, we're over 30K. Alright, as long as you can see my arms moving, because all hits are documented, those don't count. We're just priming it up. Here we go. Get a couple hits on here. Let's see if we can get another like 500 while we're talking. Keeping an eye on chat. And Boohurt though, slashing is just, Boohurt is bonking. As long as they're hitting with the blade. Oh yeah, for sure. Don't they heat treat katanas in a certain way, right? There's a certain way to do it because it's curved. For how they dip it, I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about? Don't they do it a certain way so that they quench one side? I don't know about blacksmithing, but don't they actually do katanas a certain way to make them stronger? Or am I wrong? As long as you can hear the hits, they're adding up. People use it like a, oh yeah, right. I'll use it like a bat. Yeah, I thought so. That's pretty crazy. I don't know too much about making swords. I remember though seeing something, it was a long time ago, from someone making one. It looked like they did it something special like that. It's an awesome style of sword. I really should take it up one day to learn about it. Alright, I can still see my arms moving. I know it's getting dark. We're reaching the end of the broadcast. But this right here, that's 100 more hits. Thanks for hitting that like button. Now when people come by who haven't been here already when it was light out, they're going to be like, what in the heck is this? I have to finish laundry though. So, and I have to clean up the house. I've noticed when I do all this stuff, I had to vacuum when I woke up. I had to do dishes. I was like, man, I'm getting a little behind hitting dummies so much. Oh, watching smithing's great. Something kind of funny, like my I better not talk about it because like we said, you can't tell who's all watching. I will just say someone I was seeing, I would wake up at her house like 2, 3 in the morning because the TV would be so freaking loud and like Forged in Fire would be on. And it was kind of awesome because I was like, oh, I love watching this stuff, but it was also kind of annoying because then I'd be wide awake and I couldn't get back to sleep because she'd leave the TV on blast. And I would never get up to turn it down, which is probably what I should have done, you know, but I've watched a lot of that. And we were in about like 120 because I lost track a little bit. Smithing all... you know, you got me there, Waffle. I'm not sure. We probably got about another 5 minutes before I will go. I'm not just gonna I will go inside where it's light out to say bye to everybody. So let's try and get some more hits while I'm trying to pay attention to chat. So we'll say that's like 140. I think I was more at like 130. Japanese swords originally folded several hundred times. Oh my god. That many. Can you imagine like if you were the best swordsmith in Japan, like how freaking awesome that just to have that title for how prestigious that would be. I can still read my shirt, so we're good for a couple minutes. Alright, that's about 200. We're going to do a shout out for everybody who's sticking around in this like total dark broadcast. What's up there? Francisca Real, Sergey, Brent, Beans, Huntinator, Lord Salmon, Feather. What's up, everybody who's just hanging out still? Let's try and hit 500. We're almost halfway there. That's the goal. As long as you can hear it, you know we're hitting it. I can still sort of see my arm. Every hit in this whole series has to be documented. So we're at 200. Let's get to 250 real quick. Alright, that's 250. I think that's 275. Alright, it should be 300. Yo! Feather! You can't see it anymore, but thank you. Can you? Yes, the salute. I take my hat off to you. You can definitely see my bald head more than anything out here right now. 300. All right, Waffle. Thank you, Waffle, for coming by. This is a thumbs up. Nice talking to you again. 200 more hits to go. I guess we can still kind of see me on here, as long as you can hear it. I'm just laughing at if somebody new just came by and they'd be like, what am I watching? Gonna catch up in chat in 1 second. We're at 350. Oh, Phoenix, I swear to you, much better looking when the light's out. Tomorrow we'll be streaming with the light. Oh, good, you can see. Oh, wait a second. Let me try a filter. Sometimes that helps. The eyelash one, if it'll show up. We're at 350, I think. 250. Now I freaking forget. We'll say 250 because I lost track. It's not going to bring up the filters, everybody. I don't know why. We'll say we're 250. I think I was a little ahead of myself. Anyway, 350. Thank you. See, I love chat. Y'all are awesome. Just like I posted that video of chat telling me to fix my awning in my house. I had no clue there's a big hole in it. That was my upload yesterday, how helpful chat is. Thank you for that. All right, let's get to 400 real quick. Sometimes history is made in the dark. Thank you. Oh. We'll do a couple extra. Because when I said, oh, when I saw Feather, thank you again. When I saw that, I kind of lost track. All right, that should be 400. I might have jumped it by 10. Let's get another 100 in here. What's up, Easy Street? All right, 100 to go. Then I'm going to go inside to sign off. I would do it left-handed, but it doesn't matter. I could just play a soundtrack of like the dummy getting hit, you know? No, you would see because you can still sort of see my arms. All right, here we go. All right, it's 450. We'll try and jump around a little bit. Whoop, I'm whiffed. $20 to go. All right. Let's go. Let's get into the light here real quick. I'm gonna bring the we're gonna bring the board in. Oh. Man, this is crazy. All right. Let's go into light. So, I have... here we go. Hi, everybody. Oh, Feather again. Feather. Just like in a high school graduation or from college... Throw my graduation cap. Thank you, Feather. Here's how the helmet's going. I cleaned off the cloth Aventail. Oh, I just grabbed it with my sweaty hand. We gotta wipe that off. I'll do that when we get off. I got the chainmail all cleaned up. The thing that's holding me back is I'm replacing some of the links. I'm just gonna wipe this camera off. I'll be putting the helmet back together soon. I cleaned up the piano today. As you can see, my daughter wrote in marker. I was like, how do you play so well? Well, I guess when you write in marker on the keys, it's easier to play. I don't care. This thing is like not tuned. Clean this off. All my sharp swords and things are laying here. This is not sharp. This is one of the worst swords I ever bought in my life. This is $50. But they usually go on top of the piano. I was doing some dusting. That's the thing. I hit the dummies so much, I can't neglect stuff like that. All right, so let's see how many hits we got. Oh, Dante just came in. This is how many hits we got on the sword today. I gotta write that last set on here. I have to do laundry, so I would keep hitting it, but I got that painting behind me for $5. It's a real painting. All right, at an auction. So we just did 500, which is in green, on the board. So that's where we're at today, everybody. Dante, tomorrow, yep. I'll be hitting it more tomorrow in armor again. These are all sword swinging muscles. I don't go to the gym. I don't know what time yet tomorrow. I gotta buy some lights because these things. Oh, it actually works. Everybody, yeah, the green kitchen, everybody. I'm just gonna get some water while we're talking. Let's see if Jimmy's up. Jimmy the hamster. All right, so tomorrow, I don't know what time we'll be on yet, but I gotta feed Jimmy. Where's Jimmy? Sometimes Jimmy comes out on the broadcast. Usually not. I'm thinking it's gonna be afternoon, though, just so everybody knows. Tomorrow, no, I'm picking up my daughter. It'll be early. Tomorrow's gonna be earlier in the morning. I'm sorry. Wednesday should be later in the day. I don't have a specific every day, same hour, because there's stuff that goes on. So tomorrow's going to be early, probably when I wake up, just so everybody knows. Wednesday, I'm looking at the calendar. I'm going to give blood, and I'm going to hit the dummy with the sword. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, thanks for everybody who tuned in. We'll catch y'all soon. Salmon or Feather, anybody that's going to be streaming later, Boo the Hurt. I'll see you in one of your broadcasts later. And thanks for the gifts. Like I said, if you don't know, all gifts get in the Feather again. There's that chainmail I'm cleaning up. Feather, so much appreciated for that. Like I was saying, anything gets in the credits. The highlight for this will go up Thursday. Tomorrow, I'm going to upload the little response we did to Night Nurse I recorded with everybody in chat. I'm going to actually maybe edit that now. See everybody soon. Tomorrow, if you're up, come by. Anybody streaming later, I will see y'all on your broadcasts. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you soon.